What up, Super Fun Force? We're back. It's been a while, but hey, it's time to bring some more fun action models and toys to the mix. And once again, we got Final Faction, which, as many of you may or may not know, is a Dollar Tree exclusive toy line, which is very, very reminiscent of G.I. Joe. So check this out. Special shout out and thanks to Mikey A88 for getting me this for Christmas. Never thought I would see this again. This actually came out for Christmas of 2021. But I guess Dollar Tree keeps releasing the waves, I guess, eventually over and over, which should be fine. I mean, if they're able to just mass produce the molds, they might as well keep it in stock regularly. And, you know, for like a buck 50, I mean, this is an amazing piece to have. Very fun. Again, I prefer this right now over the newer G.I. Joes. I know that to some, if anyone's watching this that's a G.I. Joe fan, might be a little bit disappointed to hear that. But, you know, the new G.I. Joe figures are definitely detailed. They're much, larger than they ever were before. And I think they'd still look great, but I just prefer the smaller scale. That's just me. And then let's take a look at the, I was just gonna say back here, oh yeah, the data card. Probably won't be keeping this package, or maybe I will. I think I'll be able to keep this package, but just in case. And then there's a little bit of story down here for the Arrow ATV. And again, watch the cartoon, it's hilarious. It's a CGI cartoon, which is fine. I mean, it's obviously cheaper and easier to make than the hand-drawn, which I prefer. But it's still a fun, it's not to be taken seriously. It's just a fun little, like a mini show, mini episode. All right, let's check this out. So essentially, just open it up over here. Comes easily and cleanly packaged like so. Wow, it's amazing. It actually looks like a Lego or like a Bionicle kit. It almost looks like it's about to be more complicated than it should be, but all good. All right, so I had this little piece right here too. This looks like an accent cover. Got the wheel hubs right there, nice. You should have the okay, cool. And they did pack the instructions, which, again, looks a little bit more complicated. Well, I guess not, it's only 7 steps. So yeah, we have it all laid out here, so let's just try to put it together. As per the instructions, I'll just leave it off camera here. But this is exciting, guys, because you get to be part of my first unboxing and build. And of course, we're gonna start with the base plate here, which according to the rules or the thingamajingers, we want it like this to kind of emulate the seats. Looks like you can plug the wheels on already, so no worries there. Let's go ahead and plug them up. Unfortunately, not rubber or anything like that, but still have nice tread patterns and details on them. And then of course you have those like squeezable like pegs right there. Just kind of pop them in. I mean, there's nothing really you can do wrong at this point because it's not like even if it was upside down or not, it wouldn't, be reversible. Nice, so that was a good start. And then they also actually want us to attach first. That was kind of like step number 3, but they want us to attach first the driver base or the seat, which actually, so the small side is the front side, okay. And that's like they peg into these holes right there. No problem. Let's go. Cool. And then these kind of insert and snap on right there. Cool, nice and done. Again, very nicely detailed piece, I mean, you can still see details of the motor right here, the vents and everything like that, the back of the chair. So good job with that. Then we got to put the steering wheel on, number 2, which are these like joysticks right here. And of course, we're just going to pop right into that. Guess it's not like super permanent, but yeah, fits in just fine. And then the last thing is the cage. So really cool. We got 2 pieces of the cage right here, obviously. Then it wants us to snap them together like so. So that shouldn't be difficult at all. We're just gonna find the 2 pieces like so. Yeah, perfect. And then obviously it looks like it's all lined up there. So we just pop it on together. Cool. And then you want us to attach the rest of the cage. It says here, secure the top of the cage sides to the roll cage upper section. Yeah, and then with these triangle parts facing upwards. So the lights obviously are to the front. So like this. Yeah, cool. And then, yeah, there's a bunch of hole pegs under there. Looks good. So we're gonna line all of those up. This is a little tricky. I feel like you can just kind of do this in a way where, yeah, it's kind of tough because it's, I guess I would probably try to do it side by side, really. Let's see, I just kind of put it in little by little, and then I'll tighten it at the very end, right there. So I got that side in, now we're gonna do this side. Like so. Okay, cool. Well, there it is. I'm going to tighten it up in just a second, but as you can see, that's the top of the roll cage. Again, very nicely done. I mean, overall, it looks very smooth. It does take a bit of force to pop it in there, which means, you know, it's definitely going to stay once you do get it in there. Yeah, I mean, I got to definitely, you know, you got to hold on to it pretty securely. Get those pieces to press in all the way, which you can see because they're like, you know, narrower. So as you see, I finished pushing it all the way in, and now it's like the thickness is all lined up. See, so like up here. Yeah, there you go. It's also pretty nice. Like, it's not difficult as you can see. I'm doing this for the first time, obviously, and only doing it once, not taking it apart or anything like that, but it all fits together rather nicely. That wasn't too difficult, you know? It has just enough flex, but I suggest doing one side first, kind of lining them up, softly pushing them in, and then once you have all of them lined up on both sides, you start, you know, tightening them into the, you know, to the max. So there we go. And then the last thing we have to do pretty much is, oh, those are headlight pieces, and then we just snap it on from the top. So the headlight pieces are going on the front right here. So that means these have them on the side. Are they flat actually? Oh, okay, so they're flat, I see. They're flat, so you want to make sure. Nice thing is they're actually dual sided. Oh no, they're not dual sided, sorry. The red is in the front. I was gonna say it almost felt like they were dual sided. Okay, well there we go. So now we just have to grab this. Yeah, you can see they put nice paint detailing on there. It's not, you know, it looks a little bit sloppy. It's not quite the most accurate, but hey, it's still there to add those like red lights. And then same thing here, you know, they add these little pieces here. But I mean, again, for like a special forces vehicle that's, you know, just gonna get down and dirty, needs the roll cage on there. I mean, this thing is, I gotta hand it up to him. This thing is ingenious for sure. And then last thing, we just tab on these pieces right there. There you go. So it's basically 3 tabs on each side, because you have the 2 in the center, then you have the 1 up here in the front right there. Just gotta get that little tab in there. Push it in just a little bit. There. Wow. Awesome. Yes, I can't wait. So again, I haven't unboxed my Final Faction figures yet, just the vehicles, but stay tuned. It could be happening soon. And you see, what you see is really cool is obviously you got the guys that can peg into the back right there. Might even be able to peg future weapons up here, or weapons that they do have on these holes. Obviously one person can pilot it or drive it, and then someone else can be on the sides here. So definitely curious to try that all out. But again, phenomenal product for $1.50. I mean, this is a wonderful way to get, like, you know, these super sci-fi action heroes to kids, you know, who obviously only can spend like $1, $2, $3, $4 here and there. And even adult collectors who don't want to spend like, you know, hundreds of dollars trying to recollect, you know, expensive G.I. Joes. I will say it looks like the front wheel here is a little bit higher. You see it doesn't really roll. But I mean, again, that won't matter too much. I think after time it just flexes, it'll be fine. But as long as it still rolls, obviously, right? All the wheels roll, and like I said, it feels sturdy. You know, it's good. You know, take a beating. You know, kids, you know, crashing it around like that. You know, obviously, I wouldn't recommend like beating it up, but it's definitely a lot more sturdy than the Alien vehicle. The Alien vehicle, I wouldn't do that with because it has so many parts that can like snag and break or whatever. But yeah, this thing definitely feels like a little bit more of a rough and tumble style ATV. So there you guys go. We once again have the Arrow ATV. For the good guy side, Alpha Team 1, and this is still Series 1, so I'm looking forward to seeing more from Final Faction, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with the Super Fun Force. We'll be bringing you, again, more awesome action toys, models, retro toys, some retro video games, and, of course, a bunch of Beyblade and Nerf. All right, thanks so much for hanging out. Don't forget, keep your faith safe, pray, spread that love, be positive, be thankful. We'll be coming back at you. Peace.